All right, so we're back. It's been a while. I'm kind of late. I just haven't had a chance to record. So we're gonna try this new these new ones out. Arrow resistance, which is not bad because I mean I'm not using arrow. I think I'm gonna use my two favorite teams this time. I've been really enjoying these guys lately, so we'll see. I might have to switch it up down here for this one, but my three favorite teams. We'll see that you'll see them. So the first one is Hiyuki, Lucilla. I think that's her name. I keep forgetting what her name was. And then Chisa here. And then down here we go for Augusta, Rebecca, and Shorekeeper. So these are my two favorite teams right now. Coming in third is probably Luke with Lene. And then that's basically it after that. Those are these are like the three main teams I've been using for everything that I've been really having fun with. Let's see what the tokens are this week. 15 seconds after they inflict Havoc Bane. So this is pretty good. Glacio. So we have two options for her. Spectro and heavy attack damage, basic attacks. This is fine. So this is good. We can use both of these. 60 after Havoc Bane. Because they'll be doing most of the damage anyway, I'm just going to use this here. And then down here, we're using this because... Actually... this is interesting because you have to save some for later. Because I'm worried about like down here. We only have two of each, so I might save one of these. Yeah, I'll probably save one for down here, so that's that. But then I have to reconfigure another one. I think I should probably go from bottom to top. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Let's just get in there and do this. So because this is the Glacio team, I want to use this one at the end. So we'll use... I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. Okay, so since we're down here, we can use electricity. I'm not using Augusta, right? So if I'm not using Augusta, I'm bringing you, and where is she? I'm like, okay. We're bringing these here, and I'm bringing Luke here. Right, so if I'm not bringing Augusta, which means I need to save one of these for this. And here we have two of these, so I can use either one. It doesn't really matter. So I can use up as many of those as I want. The problem is Augusta uses up this heavy attack one right here, which means that I'll have to try not to use that down here. Negative statuses, echo skill, tune strain, tune rupture. I think I'm gonna try. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use this one because it's an earlier one, so we're gonna do that. And I'm probably just gonna do this. Okay, that looks good to me. We'll go here, here, and here. This Hiyuki Lucilla team is kind of ridiculous. We'll see if I can pilot it well enough so you guys can see how strong it is. But yeah, okay. So there's that. I think that's everything. Let's just get in there. Yeah, that Lucilla team is really kind of busted. Lucilla's not really geared up super well, so hopefully over time I can keep working on her. But yeah, right now she's kind of mid. Okay, I'm gonna try something here. And she missed all of those, thanks. This is probably a bad rotation, but we're just gonna burn this ult here. So the rotation between these two is pretty easy. You just kind of expend her meter here. Fortunately, they make it easy. Come on, there we go. Fortunately, they make it easy. You get 2 of Lucilla's stacks when you get an intro skill on her. We're just gonna ult here. We just want to get Shisa as her thing, her rotation done as quickly as possible here. Oh, come on. Come on! The recovery on that is ridiculous. Okay, so we finished it without even breaking too much of a sweat there. But again, this is the first wave, so it is what it is. The first round. We might have to sweat a little more using this other team, but I'm a little more sweaty with this team anyway, just because Augusta, I like executing with her. I'm probably burning this wrong here. Yeah, I don't want to spawn in other units yet. Okay, fantastic. This is probably burning this at the wrong time, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so again, I hate the spawning waves thing here so much. It really pisses me off just because so many people don't get to execute the rotations well. Again, it's probably a skill issue. Like, you just gotta time your stuff and use it appropriately, but I just can't be asked. I think this one should respawn. I hate this game, man. Ah. Let's see if I can get the thing down here. I didn't get the full 2020, but that's fine. I mean, we'll see what we do. We'll see how we do later. We got the S rank on this. That's fine. I would have liked to have done the full clear, but whatever. Well, are you gonna let me? I guess I can't. Oh, there we go. S rank as high as we can get. Yeah, I don't know, just the whole wave thing, especially some units that have like the thing about Hiyuki is like Hyuki's ult doesn't freeze anything, so they can just respawn as you start melting guys. But like Rebecca and what's her name? And Augusta, their ults freeze people. So it's just like you're just sitting there like, well, what am I supposed to do, you know? Okay, so we go here. So we have two of this now. So what I can do here is go here and then go here. And then up here we do this, and this again. We do this here, we go this, and this again. And now we have heavy attack damage, normal attack damage for Rebecca. And then up there we have the Glacial Shave thing. And then we have another one of those down lower for when we do Luke. And with the spectral damage is better. So, okay, that clears that up. Perfect. I lose a lot of DPS with what's her name? Mainly just because with Chisa, mainly because she's not built out properly. I'm running her on the healer set, and I just don't have a good like DPS set for her. So every second I spend on her is kind of a waste of. It's kind of a waste of DPS. So the sooner I swap her off, the better. Which I should have just kind of. I'm just gonna hit him with this. It's fine. The first one's always weaker just because we have to get the stacks or whatever. So. So again, you just kind of want to get this rotation done as quickly as possible because Hiyuki's your main damage source here. Now Lucilla more than obviously Chisa does do a little more damage than Chisa, but it's still nothing compared to what Hiyuki's putting out. See, there you go. That glacial chafe buff is ridiculous. Like it's what's making us just melt through these guys like butter. Yeah. This bottom one here is a little more tricky. My rotation's kind of off here. It's a little weird. I kind of need Augusta to get her concerto meter up as fast as possible. Let's see if we can kill these guys faster like this. I might have to I might do this rotation again. And of course, nobody spawned in. Again, partially this is just a skill issue on my part. Like I shouldn't be bringing this team in here if this is such an issue. But you know, whatever. It's not that big a deal. just gonna hit the ult here. It should spawn in the next set of teddy bears, and it didn't. So that timer is hilarious. It did earlier with those Havoc guys. Rebecca's rotation is kind of what's killing us here. It does take a little longer than it should, if you want to be super optimal. And because Rebecca's build isn't super optimized, she is taking up a lot of field time. And again, I'm not, obviously you saw there, I'm not the best pilot of Rebecca anyway. And we're just going to hit this ult here. Hopefully we can kill this wave. The other thing too with Rebecca's outro skill, you don't get the full. We almost killed him. Hopefully we still get the S rank. I don't feel like coming back and doing this one again. Yeah, we got it. Okay, so let's go back. Again, it's kind of hard to like get that last one because Rebecca takes up a lot of field time. And again, it's probably entirely just me. I just need to get better with her. But I find her, she's a lot of fun. I like her little turret there, just killing things. What I was saying was, like if you use Mortifee, when you swap into Mortifee, he gives you his 38% heavy attack damage buff immediately. With Rebecca, there'll be a little counter at the bottom near the Forte gauge. You'll see her passive stacking up, and it ramps up the heavy attack damage. So the longer you delay to do the ult, the better. But the point being, it's like it doesn't like your timings don't always match up, so you kind of have to like wait it out a little bit, and it's kind of like whatever. But anyway, that's kind of the thing. Now she gets if she's with Lucy, who does heavy attack damage, you get that entire buff immediately. You don't have to wait for it to ramp up. It's just fully there the entire time. But if you're not using her with Lucy, that's kind of what the issue is. So we're gonna go again with Hiyuki here. So you can see the Hiyuki Lucilla team vastly outperforms the other one, but Luke here with her and her should be pretty good too. Luke, this team actually, with the buffs that we have, might actually outperform Augusta anyway. But I just like using Augusta and I like using Rebecca. I think they're both a lot of fun. Again, they're a little suboptimal, especially for this game mode. The fact that Luke doesn't have to like freeze, he just throws out a giant bomb as his ult. And it doesn't stop the flow, so people will just keep spawning in, right? So the fact that works that way, as well as Lene in this game mode, they're a little more synergistic here. Again, this game mode isn't super conducive to Rebecca and Augusta, so it is what it is. But let's get in here.
Illusions of the past. Step forward. I inscribe every instant. You can trust me. Too late to escape. A life.
As you can see, Hiyuki just melts through everything. That's not even funny. See if we can kill these guys with this.
This vessel I offer.
And we're just gonna hit him with the ults. Hopefully this gets us to the full concerto. And we do this. This rotation just works so well. That's one of the biggest strengths here, is just how fast you can just get to Hiyuki. We're already almost done clearing this wave, as you can see. Like at this point, it's just a formality. You see, we had like a whole what, like a minute left. I wasn't even looking at the time. I think it was like 45 seconds. I don't know, but yeah, she just. I love Hiyuki. She's probably my favorite unit so far out of everything. Her and Lucilla. If obviously you guys have seen this channel, you know Jane Doe is my favorite character in Zenless. I just have a weakness for knife-related characters, so the fact that she's a knife wielder is pretty awesome. Again, Luke is kind of a knife character. He has a scalpel. He uses his scythes, but you know whatever. But yeah, like I said, Lucilla and Hiyuki are probably my favorite combo lately. Just because Hiyuki's rotation is pretty interesting. It's fun to do. There's a lot of stuff you can do in the middle of it. There's not a whole lot of like weird animation cancels you can do. I mean, there might be, but you really have to kind of spam out her concerto when she's in her old form. But anyway, that aside, like I said, it's just I really enjoy that team a lot.
Loading.
I gotta slowly here build up the concerto meter. It's really annoying.
Drive safe. Check this out. That's all you got? Huh? One more. Need a ride, sweetheart? Tie a bow and call that my signature.
Struggling with things you love. Blink. And agony ends.
Yeah, we're just gonna ult here.
Eternal.
That's his rotation done.
Rise anew.
And we'll do this.
From the heart. Worry not. Loading. Enroll with time.
I really wish I had a maxed out variation. Because it would really make... It would really make Shorekeeper's rotations a lot easier. A lot faster, even.
Pain relief initiated. Imbalance ends here. Gotcha. Return to silence. Game over. Rise anew.
Oh, we're just gonna ult here. We're actually way behind here.
Ordained. Stay calm. I
There we
am
go.
craft.
We just need one dodge and we're good.
Loading. Drive safe. Go over here.
And of course, she got stuck just comboing one guy.
Don't blink. You'll miss the best part.
Immediate procedure. Ash takes form. Gotcha. I deliver.
Ah! I messed up the combo there somewhere. I had the that spiral attack or whatever where he puts the spiral on the floor. I messed it up somewhere. He like canceled out of it. We still got it, but you know, it doesn't bode well for the final whatever. For this final task here, respawning waters. Yeah, we just go in here with this, and we'll go in here with this. Lucilla's just carrying. She's maxed out every single one we've done, and the bottom team has had to like struggle for whatever. I have to go see what are you wearing? Because I was experimenting with him using. Okay, so he's wearing this crit damage. Let's go look at Spectro crit rate. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I guess let's just give it a shot. Let's see how long I've been recording for. This is actually pretty good. Normally I have a lot of trouble with those early ones, and then it takes up a lot of time. So by the time we get here, it's like 50 minutes or whatever.
Let's converge. Connection severed. Memories
We'll hit the ult. Let's see if we can clear. I'm curious to see if we can clear this now. I think this one goes on. I think it's infinite waste or whatever. Infinite, you know, whatever. And then we're just gonna hit this ult here. Look at all this damage numbers. Just gonna hit the ult here. Again, we just gotta swap off of her as soon as we can.
Flicker into form. Tether snap. Structural collapse. Cutting through the numbers. Memories take shape.
Oh, I messed up.
Not bad.
I'm gonna restart that. When you swap her in, if you don't hold the triangle, it messes up your rotation really bad.
Lifeline. Block. Flicker into form. Perfect lighting. Scattered memories.
Let's see, this might be a lot faster. I just because we have the
Inscribed. Every edge. Smile.
of course I like it bothers me the tracking they have on that hold basic attack because it always misses. Like unless you're fighting a boss who's like always there, persistent. Like you're always missing that. It's really annoying. We're just gonna hit the ult here. Again, this first one you just have to burn it as quickly as possible.
No chance. Nothingness. Deconstructed. This ends here. Break apart. Memories take shape. Illusions of the past.
Yeah, it's really not worth lingering on anybody. You just gotta get their concerto done as quickly as possible.
All that I have. You can trust me. You should have run.
I like to use the resonance skill there, and then just cancel it into the ult. These stupid deer, man. They're just such rage baiters, dude. I can't even.
You've prepared for this, have you not?
Oh,
Spoken. This vessel, I. Keep this up. A pivotal moment.
just that they're like I don't know. They have that move that like it always hits you like in the middle of whatever combo you're doing.
Connection severed. Memories take shape.
Okay, just get you a rotation out of the way here.
Take shape. I protect. I inscribe. Every edge. Too late to escape. Heed the song.
We're just gonna cancel into the ult.
Final dive into Naraka. All in my wake. Fading blue. Evanescent orange you. Vanish.
She freezes the timer to do that, but she doesn't like do it the same way Augusta does.
Away.
It doesn't like create a little weird, temporal pocket dimension or whatever.
Come. Meet your end.
Look at that photo finish. Okay, what do we do? We hit like 32. That's crazy. Now, as long as I don't mess up this next one, we should double S this or single S this. I don't know. We'll see. At the very least, we get the S. I just want the Primogen rewards or whatever.
Gotcha.
Loading.
Rise anew.
Diminishing war with time. Drive safe. Meteorite, shake it up. Tie a bow and call that my
I'm just gonna hit these guys with the ult.
Eternal peace.
Oh, man, we just wiped out the entire wave.
Vow from the soul. Astral
Ult.
modulation. Loading. Drive safe.
There we go. So when they're, obviously when they attack, it's easier to build up Concerto on Shorekeeper. But like, especially those first waves, because they're like little minions, and they'll attack sporadically. They're not as aggressive.
Immediate procedure. Ash takes form. Onto insides. Rot. Resected. Entombed in daybreak.
We're gonna ult these guys. Let's see if we can clear this whole wave with this.
Epitaph.
There we go.
Rise anew.
Hopefully this kills a decent amount of them. There we go.
Iron graft you knew. Loading. Drive safe. Check this out. That's all you got? One more. Hey, shake it up. Don't blink. You'll miss the best part.
Pain relief initiated. Imbalance ends here. Return to silence. Onto insides. I deliver.
These guys, we're gonna clear this wave, but I don't know about the next one.
Ash takes form. Huh. Gotcha. Entombed in daybreak.
I want this out intro skill from her, but it's not. Yeah, it wasn't worth it. I didn't do enough damage. What do we do here? 17. We got double S. This is probably one of the first times. Not one of the first times, but like this used to be a lot easier to get the triple S. I think I used to get a few. I'm not entirely sure. Is there a way to see respawning infinite feats? Okay, here we go. Double S. This was last record. Because I got lazy and I forgot to come in here and do it again, but it is what it is. It says infinite feats. It'd be interesting to see why it doesn't show you like everything. But yeah, last time I got stuck there. Again, the bottom team. It's funny how consistent this was. Last time I got this much down here. Again, I got this much down here. This was because I hadn't like finished maxing her out yet. So now that she's maxed out, it's a lot better. But we got the same amount of score last time. Yeah, this bottom team, I can't get it to like function properly. There's not a whole lot I can do there. But anyway, the other thing about Lucilla, she's kind of cool because you can kind of do... let's see here. It's not really worth doing, but you can kind of do something like... like this, where it's like... you guys know, I kind of like using, where is she? Cardathea with her. And if you use Lucilla and you swap her over to Echo Resonance, it gives her more echo damage and all this kind of stuff. And then when she's out on the field, like when she's off field doing her like extra attacks or whatever, these two are kind of on the field at the same time. So she's just here to boost her, and then she does her thing while Cardathea does her thing. Because Cardathea is very field heavy, because she needs to be putting her stacks on all the time. But this team only becomes super nice when you have like a +3 Cardathea, which means you need like 2 extra copies of her so that her team works the way it should. But it is what it is. Like I said, it's nothing meta per se. If I can get this team up here, it would be nice to hit that triple S rank, but just like I said, there doesn't seem to be much I can do about this. Like I have, granted, he's missing his weapon and she's missing her weapon. But even still, like the insane amount of buffs that she gives out with all the buffs that she gives out, and then Luke's just crazy damage on his own. It's interesting to see that like I just can't get it up as high as I need to. Ideally, maybe I can run something like Lene with her, but her build's kind of lacking, and I don't really like playing Ameth very much. But I don't know. Like I said, I'll have to figure out what to do. But this bottom team is kind of lacking, despite my perception. I mean, we can go look at him. How strong Luke is.
The power to split.
Where's my Luke build here? Like this is my Luke build: 71, 270, 2800 attack. He's using the Blazing Justice. I have this to put on him, which might be a little better. They both give out 12% attack, only this one can actually make use of that basic attack damage bonus whenever you tune strain, whatever. But it does feel like this flat 8% def shred is just better because it's like the whole match. There's no condition. It's just constantly on. So that might be better. Again, it's hard. It's because the condition on this is very limited. You stack this up to 4 times whenever you tune break somebody or under tune strain interfered, whatever that means. Again, I haven't read up on which one it is, but so when they're under that, it takes this. But the major issue isn't really the weapon itself, more that I don't have a replacement for this. So right now, this is a crit rate because the weapon is crit damage. This is the only other one that I have that's crit damage because if I want to swap him over to the weapon's crit rate. So this is kind of what's bottlenecking me from being able to build him with that weapon right now. Is I need a better, one of this. But as you can see, my rolls have been trash lately. So let's see what we get out of this. Liberation and crit rate. So it's not worth going forward with that. So I can't seem to find a decent one of that, and I've been grinding like forever. But anyway, point being is right now his stats are pretty good, and I'd argue Linne's stats are pretty decent. He's at what 80. I guess he could use a little more crit rate. Let me see what happens. What happens if we swap him over to this, just like that? Because he the fact that he drops a giant nuke means you kind of want higher crit rate, but that puts him up to 95, and with what's her name? With Shorekeeper, that puts him well over 100% crit rate, which is not worth it. So I'll have to figure something out. The point is, even at like 70, because again, 70 at the 70% crit rate he has now, it's still too low. You kind of want him at least 80, 80-ish. Yeah, 85, at least 85. So when Shorekeeper comes in, she gives him 12% crit rate, then you're like 97. That's a lot better, but it'll take some grinding to get his crit rate up like that. This is kind of low. This is kind of mid. This is mid, low-ish, somewhat mid. So as you can see here, 10% is the highest roll you can get on crit rate. The fact that none of these have 10% means that there's still some to be had somewhere. So let's pretend like all things held equal. I'm missing 3 here. We'll say 3 here. We'll say 2. So that's 5% we're missing. Another 2, that's 7. Another 3, that's 10. Another 2, that's 12. So about 12-ish, and again, give or take, and these are ideal stats. You're not going to get 10 on all his pieces. But at 12% crit rate, we're at 85, 83. Plus, Shorekeeper's buff is 95. So if we get that, all the stats perfect, which isn't possible. So if we go here and we get, I don't know, like just a better set. Again, for now, I'm just going to swap him over to this other one here, just for the sake of it. We're missing. We'll give it 7.5 crit rate because that piece is missing crit rate. 66 plus 7 gets me up to 73. So if we can get up to 75 with this, realistically, if I got a better 4 slot piece, Hyvatia. I don't know if it said Hyvatia. I've been calling her Hyvatia. But again, it'll take time to get that, which is, it's not super feasible to get it right away. The point being is that you really want him to have a higher crit rate, because of like a lot of his attacks are focused on just the giant nuke, right? So his spiral thing on the floor as well as the ult. So, but like I said, it'll take time to figure out what to do with this. If anything, the other thing too that would help out is Denya would be a lot better here instead of Shorekeeper. I don't know about Denya. Maybe what's her name? Well, it would probably be Denya would replace Linne because Linne has a liberation damage buff in her outro, which isn't super useful to him. All her other buffs are useful. Just the liberation damage is kind of stupid. But Denya would be better replacement for Linne, and then what's her name? I forgot her name. I'm drawing a blank here. Denya. Yeah, what's her name? The new girl that we got that's more attuned to. Yes, go back. She has a skin in the shop right now. I can't remember what her name is. Of course, you have to go through a loading screen to leave the Whimpering Wastes thing. And we're just stuck here. Thank you. What's her name? Mornier. There we go. Mornier replacing like Mornier gives out, I think, crit damage. I'm not sure she gives out a crit chance buff, but I think she focuses on giving out crit damage plus a bunch of other tune stuff. So if you had Luke, Denya, Mornier, that would probably be like, you'd probably be hitting 3K with that. But I think the team I have should at least be hitting 2K. So the fact that I'm hitting so low at 17 is like, I don't know, it's interesting to me. Do we have enough for a 10 pull? We don't. So as you can see here, I don't have enough for her. I don't think I'll have enough by the time the rotation ends. So obviously, so I hit the pity the first time here. I lost the pity to, I think, Encore, which that kind of sucks. So I'm just going until I get the next pity, but I don't have enough astrites to actually hit that final pity. I skipped their weapons, but whatever. And the other thing with the what's her name? With the Hiyuki team is it's Hiyuki, and Hiyuki has her signature. Lucilla, and Lucilla also has her signature. Yeah, Lucilla's her name. I got lucky with both of them. Hiyuki, I got her in like 20 pulls. The weapon, I got it in like another 20 or 30 pulls. I don't remember exactly how much, but yeah, so I got lucky with these. I didn't use any astrites. I used all the leftover coral and a bunch of other stuff. Like I used up Afterglow Coral to get those, as well as whenever we bought these, they were just sitting in my account because we couldn't use them on the collab banner. But anyway, so like I said, most of my resources have been focused on getting her. I'd like to do a 10 pull because 10 pulls are better. You can accidentally get more than one copy. I don't think I will, but given today's astrites plus tomorrow's, and maybe I'll have to fish out a few more. We'll do one last 10 pull. And then that'll be it because I won't have enough to go for another 10 pull after that. So hopefully I get her in that time. If not, it is what it is, sucks. I don't really want Lucy anyway. I wanted Rebecca mainly. So the fact that they gave her away for free is fantastic. It just sucks to have gone, like what? I've gone 80, 80, I'm 20 away. So I'm 100 pulls deep into this banner and I haven't gotten Lucy. So that sucks, but whatever. I'm curious to see if this banner comes back. I kind of doubt it will, because it's such a high-profile banner, but it might. I don't know. We can't say one way or another. But if it does come back, hopefully I can get her then. But don't. I think something you learn from Epic 7 and other places that have collabs is don't count on the collab to return. You really need to go in as hard as you can while it's there. Because it might not return. So again, and this isn't, don't take this as a thing to tell you guys to spend money. This is a free to play account, so I'm kind of whatever. But if you've been buying like the monthly pack or whatever, I wouldn't suggest buying more than the monthly pack. The monthly pack is fine, but I wouldn't recommend buying more than that. But if you have been buying your monthly packs, you probably should have Lucy by now. And hopefully, one of the cool things about this banner is you do get some wave bands here, which is pretty cool that they would give us that, but. Like I said, I'm not gonna. I didn't save ahead of time for this enough. I wanted Hiyuki. I'm glad I got Hiyuki because I enjoy Hiyuki a lot more than Lucy. The only thing Lucy is gonna do for this account is I'll swap out Lene for Lucy just because Lucy has a built-in basic attack outro buff, which is better for him. Though I think overall Lucy has the fact that Lene she doesn't just have buffs, the liberation damage buff, right? She has the all attribute part of her outro skill plus a bunch of other damage buffs inside her ult, in her kit, all this other stuff, right? So Lene is probably ultimately stronger with Luke than Lucy's going to be with Luke, but because I've got like OCD or autism or whatever you want to call it, because of that, it bothers me not having the basic attack outro skill, right? So that's all I want Lucy for, is to pair her with Luke, and then that way it's all like my brain is like it's like yes, the buffs match, it's all good from here, right? again, it's basically pointless. It doesn't really add anything, but I don't intend on playing them together. You could if you wanted to, but I don't really see the point. Their playstyles alone aren't super great. Like you saw earlier, playing Rebecca isn't that fun. I don't like playing Lucia. I used her in the experimental, whatever, like in the story. I think they show you, and then you can do the test run or whatever later on, earlier on the whatever. I don't really like Lucy. I think she's kind of annoying. Her playstyle is really irritating to me. So whether I get her or not is inconsequential. It's just it would be nice to have the limited character, right? So whatever. But anyway, that's it for now. I'll probably see you guys in the next video.